Good Thursday evening to you. I'm KSLA Chief Meteorologist Matt Jones. It has been a warm and muggy day today, and that warm weather is going to be sticking around for the next several days. As we head into Friday, though, we are going to keep our eyes on the I-30 corridor. That's where we do have the potential for at least a few storms during the day on Friday and a slight risk of severe weather. I'll show you where that is in just a second. Heavy rainfall threat increasing Sunday night into Monday of next week. And overall, looking ahead into next week, it looks like a very active pattern with daily storm chances on the way. All right, so let's skip ahead to tomorrow morning. Here's Friday, 7 o'clock in the morning on Future Track. You can see the potential for some ongoing storms in the morning hours up across Oklahoma and into Texas. Those will likely stay just off to the north and west of the Arklatex. But as we head into the midday hours, we'll watch some showers and storms start to get going here closer to that I-30 corridor. So if you're watching from Mount Pleasant up through Texarkana, into Queen, Arkansas, McCurtain County, those locations could see some storms off and on through the morning to midday hours. Then we get you into the afternoon, and there is at least the potential of one or two stronger storms. But I have to be honest with you, latest forecast models really backing off on this threat, and I am really not very concerned about much severe weather across our area on Friday. So that's some good news, and anything that does manage to develop during the mid to late afternoon quickly fades away as we head into the evening. Now, officially, the Storm Prediction Center still does have the northwest part of the Arklatex underneath that slight risk of severe storms for Friday. I think the coverage that you see on here is way overdone. I think we're talking mainly the far northwest corner of the Arklatex, and even that threat, as I mentioned, is pretty low. So I would not be surprised in future updates if you see this slight risk area kind of trimmed away and removed from parts of the Arklatex. We'll just have to see how that plays out. Looking into Saturday, that threat does decrease even more, kind of shifting back to the west. You can see across Oklahoma and into portions of Texas, but here in the Arklatex, looking at a mainly quiet day on Saturday. But then the next weather maker, this is the one that I'm going to keep my eye on. This is the one that's a little bit more concerning Sunday into early next week. It's a very, very slow-moving cold front. In fact, that front is really never going to make it through the Arklatex. It's just going to stall off to our west and then sort of dissipate, and we're going to have that deep flow of moisture, that southerly flow coming in off the Gulf, and that's going to lead to multiple rounds of storms beginning Sunday night, lasting well into next week. Heavy rain right now looks like the biggest threat. There is a lower risk of severe weather as well, and we still are underneath that slight risk here for Sunday, but just like Friday's event, my confidence in severe weather is really quite low. I think the bigger threat is definitely going to be that heavy rainfall potential. Speaking of rain chances, those really ramp up. Not so much the next couple days, looking pretty quiet. By Sunday, though, up to a 50% chance of rain, and that will mostly be late in the day into the overnight hours. Monday looks like a high chance of rain, and then it stays pretty active with daily storm chances through much of next week. Now, flooding is going to be the bigger concern versus severe weather here over the next 7 days. This is our rainfall potential for the next week, and most of this will be falling during the early to middle part of next week. You could see a large portion of the Arklatex looking at least 2 inches of rain, where you see some of the deeper shades of red, some of the brighter shades of red there. That could be 3, 4, maybe locally up to 5 inches of rain, and that obviously could cause some flooding concerns as we head into next week. Now, for tonight, not much to worry about out there. It's going to be a warm and muggy night. Temperatures in the middle and upper 60s. For tomorrow, looking at a mostly cloudy sky. Will be breezy with a south wind at about 15 to 25 miles an hour. So despite the cloud cover, it is going to be a warm day thanks to the south breeze. Most areas will be in the mid-80s once again, 85 degrees in Shreveport and in Bossier. Here's a look at that First Alert 7-day forecast. So looking pretty hot. We'll be near 90 in some places on Saturday. Also windy at times. Then storm chances ramping up Sunday into Sunday night. Best chance of widespread storms looks like Monday. And then it looks like a pretty active pattern next week with daily storm chances through Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.